After 2 rounds, it was Matt Dollar and Steve Rico tied in a dead heat for first place at the 2014 Delaware Disc Golf Challenge. Will one of these two pull ahead and walk away with the win? Or will the Delaware Deucer stage another come-from-behind win at this annual event? To find out, stay tuned, as Disc Golf Monthly starts now. Welcome to another edition of Disc Golf Monthly. We're in Newark, Delaware at the Iron Hill Disc Golf Course for the 2014 Delaware Disc Golf Challenge. Hello everyone, I'm Carl Cubbage. I'm joined by world-renowned disc golfer Jimmy McElvain, the tournament director for this prestigious event. Jimmy, this is day 2. This is the finals. Day 1 we were up at Brandywine, and here we are at Iron Hill. Tell us about the course and this great event.
This Iron Hill is got a special place to me. I helped design it. I'm the course pro there. This is what it all boiled down to. Where Brandywine was wide open, Iron Hill is now going to be long and wooded and rocky and mentally draining, the whole 9 yards.
Well, Jimmy, we've had some great events here. Last year was awesome, and you're really starting to bring in these touring pros and just generating a lot of excitement here.
Thanks. We try our best. I mean, we try to go out and raise the money. I try to take my time to listen to what the course pro, the traveling pros have to say. I've taken out a couple trees. I know some people don't believe that, but I have taken out a couple trees that people were, complaining about or something. Changed some tee pads. We've changed baskets around. We want to make the players feel like, they're the most important thing here, not the course designer.
Jimmy, there's a lot of folks that might be watching us for the first time. They're really not familiar with disc golf. This isn't just the regular throw the disc out in the open here and, if you go too far or go too far right or left, you're okay. This is a technical course. Tell us about the difficulty of Iron Hill.
Iron Hill is a little bit different than, what you would consider the average course. It's almost twice as long as an average course. It's 10,000 feet. The average hole plays 600 feet. And it plays through the woods. So this is like just not something that normally plays out. We have 2 what we consider open holes, and even those, you have to navigate trees off the tee pad and also in the toward the basket. So even our so-called open holes, some people would consider wooded.
And Jimmy, what's it going to take for the top pros to throw Iron Hill and really make a difference and get to that top?
Round 4 becomes a little bit different here than most places. This becomes more of a mental game. They've played the two rounds at Brandywine. They got to throw hard. They got to do all these things. Hopefully they were relaxing, because the two rounds here in one day start to wear on people. Last year we saw Ricky got off the tee pad really well. Same thing the year before that with Tyler. You almost have to get off the tee pad well, and you have to get out far. You have to get 300, 400 foot drives through these woods, which sounds crazy, but that's what it takes. You need to hit, the shortest hole in the course is 370 feet. If you're going to get a birdie, that's what you have to throw through the woods. And that's what this course requires you to do. And you're not going to make it all the time. And that's where, last year you saw when someone didn't make it, when they were giving it all, or just playing it all out, it can break you down suddenly, where you're on a birdie run and you end up with a triple bogey, and it can be very disheartening.
Well, folks, this is a great course, and we got some great players. And before we showcase them, Jimmy, let's go down the previous round highlights, see how they're throwing here at Iron Hill.
Steve Rico driving basket 1.
Steve right down the middle, going down the left side, coming back. Nice shot.
Sarah Holcomb putting basket 12.
Sarah flutters it right into the chains.
Chris Adiego driving basket 1.
Just nice and high, going down the right side, turns right over.
Ian Liddell putting basket 7.
We've seen Ian many a times on Disc Golf Monthly. Nice putt, Ian.
Hannah Leatherman driving basket 14.
Oh, Hannah, nice shot right down the middle. Heiser and off to the left.
Trevor Willie, putting basket 5.
Trevor up and in.
Don Smith, driving basket 8.
Don pulls it down the left side, coming back to the middle with a little skip.
Steve Miller, putting basket 7.
Center chain, Steven.
Nick Feedy, driving basket 18.
Gets that one up. Snaking through all the trees.
Jessica Edwardson, putting basket 2.
Jessica, nice solid putt.
Andrew Fish, driving basket 11.
Andrew, nice and low down the middle. Gotta like a skip like that.
Ian Liddell, putting basket 10.
Ian floats it in there. Nice shot.
Matt Dollar, driving basket 11.
Matt with a high cut shot.
Nate Cron, putting basket 10.
Nate with a nice strike there.
Paige Pierce, driving basket 14.
World champion form right there from Paige Pierce. Coming back to the middle.
Mike Moser, putting basket 10.
Delaware Deucer. Got it.
Andrew Fish, driving basket 1.
Coming back, Andrew. Nice and smooth down the middle.
Jay Klein, putting basket 18.
Jay up high and pours it in just over the rim. Nice putt, Jay. And that's it, folks, for the previous round highlights. Well, Jimmy, we got to see some great shots here at Iron Hill. It's going to take an Ironman to take this, but I just got to love the previous round highlights. See all the players hit some great shots.
You get to see the other players that that aren't necessarily in the Final Four, and so yeah, I mean, nice putting, some big drives.
Well, Jimmy, before we talk about what it's going to take by the players that are in the top 4 here, who are the top 4 that we're going to cover for this final round in this prestigious event?
Cool. Starting in first place with a 163 is Matt Dollar from Loganville, Georgia. Second with a 165 is Andrew Fish from Baltimore, Maryland. Third with a 168 is Steve Rico from Selmar, California. And fourth with a 169, Mike Moser from Wilmington, Delaware.
Wow, we got a lot of good players here. We got the local legend, Mike Moser, the Delaware Deucer. We've got from Legacy Disc, Steve Rico out from California. We've got touring pros. This is going to be quite an exciting finish here.
Yeah, I normally sit there and just, when you ask who's got the advantage, you sit around there and you go, hey, man, the guy with the lead. It's got to be. And Matt's done great. I mean, he just shot a 65 that round. Him and Andrew Bush shot 65. He's been on the lead card the whole time. But every year, so far, at this tournament, the top-rated player has won this tournament. So suddenly, Steve Rico has to have some sort of you would just expect him to make a push right here, right now.
So most likely we're just going to see the usual walk in the park who's got the lead, but there's a lot of depth in this group and anything can happen, Jimmy.
Anything, and that's just it. I mean, like I said, Andrew can shoot hot here. I know he loves this course. Steve is a top-rated player here. Moser knows the course better than the other 3 combined. I mean, this could be really, really exciting.
Rico's been in the cash for the last 20 years. I mean, that's got to say something.
It's got to, right? It's got
bet.
to. Yeah, I mean, that's the other thing about Andrew. Andrew is probably the young, is definitely the young kid here. But like I said, man, Matt's played strong here, 3 straight rounds, and shot a nice hot round the first round here. So.
Well, we do see Mike, who got into this group here at the bottom, but anything can happen with Mike. He's got such an incredible game, and he's home. Yeah,
I mean, if when he comes down to it, if it comes down to putting, I'm putting my money on Moser every single time. But 6 strokes is a lot. I mean, that is what it is. I mean, he's got a couple of the other locals, Nate Cron and Devin Frederick right behind him. He's got to be thinking about that. But like we just said, though, he does know the course the best, so we'll see.
Well, folks, we're going to take a quick break, and when we come back, we're going to get to see Jimmy McIlvaine's course and tournament showcased by the top players here. Please stay with us, and we'll cover the final action here at the Delaware Disc Golf Challenge. All right, folks, here's our lead group after 3 rounds here at the Delaware Disc Golf Challenge. The final 18 holes, we got Matt Dollar on top with a big lead. Andrew Fish, Steve Rico, and Mike Moser going to make the chase. We're on to basket 1, a par 4, 605 feet, basket B.
It's a dog leg right, about halfway down, about 300 feet.
Matt gets it up high.
Center cut. Oh, a little skip off. This will be fine.
Andrew's got a really smooth throw, Jimmy, just effortless.
That's
right down the middle.
There you go.
Clap there. Steve Rico from California, Legacy Discs. Steve got caught up in the left side. The Delaware deucer, Mike Moser. Caught a tree there, but he's not in bad shape. There's a power overhand there.
I'm dying to see how many of these overhand Matt throws in these woods. That was so pretty.
He's money on those shots, Jimmy.
God.
All right, that is Steve Rico in there. Just got to dart it out.
Nicely played hole.
Steve on his 3rd throw, but he's in the center of the fairway. Right at it. Matt Dollar for the birdie. Just cuts behind the basket. Mike didn't look too hot off the tee there, but here he is. Oh, a tough break, Jimmy. I thought that birdie was going to be there.
Yeah, you don't see Mike missing that putt very often.
Steve center chains.
Well, you know, it's the second day, 3 long rounds. This is the 4th. I mean, some of these guys are gonna be a little tired, to right off walk.
All right, 3 pars and a birdie. Andrew picks up 1. Folks, we're moving on to basket 2. It's a par 3, 380 feet. Basket B.
This is a big righty hyzer. You can see the gap over there. You just split those 2 trees in the center of the screen there.
Jimmy, you told me you took down a couple of trees here. I don't see how I would notice any of that happening here.
You know, Moser complained that I took too many trees. That was so funny. Because his own friends were like, what are you talking about?
High cut shot there.
That is how you throw this hole.
Look at that. It just holds the line. Steve gets that one up high.
Wow.
Early tree, and Mike's having some trouble here with that missed birdie and that tree there, Jimmy. Could be a tough round for Mike.
Wow.
Great recovery.
That was a great shot.
That was a nice looking flick. Steve's got a tough stance with that tree there. Takes the jump putt.
You're going to find the theme here a lot like a golf course, where the par threes are really difficult. When they're all reachable.
Floats it in, Matt, with a nice putt. Mike with a nice putt there to finish.
Dude, that was an incredible save. That I've been there. I've seen a lot of people there. You're thinking about not getting a 5.
Well, let's hope that's a sign of things to come for Mike here. We've got a birdie by Matt. He stretches out that lead once again. Jimmy, we're on to basket 3. It's a par 4, 660 feet, basket B.
Okay, this is one of the first of the 2 so-called open holes here. You can actually see the sun. And you're going to see a lot of rollers on these
Big
next
power
holes
on that roller.
Function.
Andrew just flies it, air shot.
That
curls it around nicely.
if he gets out a little bit, that's really, you know, the dramatic shot's the roller, but just throwing a straight shot out there to get the 3 works out well.
Steve gets the roller out there.
Unless you can throw a roller like that, that is money.
We know Moser's got the roller.
A little tighter than Rico, though, I think. Stevie's looked awesome.
Right through the gap.
Oh, what a great shot.
That's, as Mike just said, that was a great shot.
Matt's just got to stretch out here. Oh, just clipped the branch.
That's going to be an easy par, though. That's...
Look at the spin on that one.
Wow, nice shot by Mike again.
Beautiful. Steve on his second throw.
Wow, he just threw that into the ground.
That's a tough break.
That is because
position.
you just don't understand how he was really far, and he's really got to be disappointed in that.
Goes high, but a little too far to the right. Pours it in.
Now there's the putt I was expecting back on 1.
All right, let's hope Mike Moser's back on track. Good hole for him there. Whoa. Oh.
Andrew might pick up another stroke back on Matt. Back within 1, right?
Nicely done. There we go. It's back and forth. Couple of birdies by Fish and Moser. All right, folks, we're on to basket 4. It's a par 4, 675 feet, basket B.
Once again, this should be going for the big roller, or he was just trying for the Anheuser to lay it down in the middle of the fairway.
Caught a tree. You know, Jimmy, I've tried to do that hop and skip and jump that Mike does, and I just can't do it. But he's perfected it. Big high roller.
He got it down in the little bit of a slant there. He should still be all right.
Should have a look around that tree. Steve doesn't opt for the roller this time. There's a nice cut shot into the middle.
Yeah, I think he meant to be a little higher on that, though. That was a...
Big birdie putt. Oh, off the rim. Easy birdie putt.
Yeah, Mike's second shot was pretty money.
Steve for par. Well, Mike Moser with the birdie. Can he make a climb? Can he make a run? We're on to basket 5. It's a par 5, 690 feet, basket B.
Eyes are a little.
Yeah, the righty needs to come up a little hyzer on this shot here. And then it's pretty much straight up that hill.
Ooh.
You know, Andrew has that interesting kind
Where
of
he
flutter
flicks it
that
out,
he does
yeah, out
before
to
he
the right,
comes in.
yeah.
I'm looking for anything to help my game, so I might have to try that as well. Steve with a lot of rip on that one.
Yeah, Steve's actually got what I consider a violent throw, where it's always just
Very
all
explosive.
out.
You know, I think of
Yes.
LeCastro and
Yeah.
DeFranco when you see him explode like that.
Shot, good shot.
Nice and low and level. He's just got that throw down. That was an interesting roller from the knees. All right, Mike finds himself in a little bit of trouble. I think Steve caught the tree there.
Those are flick shot.
Wow.
I'm not sure that's quite what he wanted, but sometimes you just have to progress here, you know?
Take it a chunk at a time.
Great. Thanks.
Steve goes a little bit to the left.
Now, if that comes back, that was a nice.
Right up there. Steve did throw a very nice shot, Jimmy. Well done, Steve Rico. Couple of birdies there from Matt and Steve. Pretty tight at the top. Folks, we're on to basket 6. It's a par 4, 600 feet, basket A. Matt got a little high and caught that branch, slowed it down.
Yeah, Matt has one of the natural higher throws, and that sometimes that can get you in trouble here.
Steve with a rocket down the middle. Doesn't look like he's throwing hard, but that disc is going there, Jimmy.
Yeah, but he put himself, he didn't leave himself with a really clean shot to the basket. That last tree you see down there, you want to get on the right side of that and hyzer around it. And just as I say it,
Wow, look at that.
that is my favorite approach shot on this hole. Not quite in line and throwing the roller to get it back. Now Mike might try this back door. There's actually a... This is where the course knowledge may come into play here. And he nailed it.
Thank you.
Oh, he didn't finish the throw.
Well, it kicked out. Didn't look like
Yeah,
he
you
got
sort of
punished
saw
too
it,
much.
just didn't get it like...
It is interesting to see the high throw from Matt and the lower throw from Andrew.
Yeah.
Nice if Steve could pick up this one right here. Big jump putt.
It's funny because Moser also has a naturally high throw. He puts a lot of spin and has a lot of float going. That you don't understand how completely insane it is to take that back door until you've seen it.
And a birdie again for Mike. Can he make the climb?
It's getting tight. Everybody's within
Folks,
6.
basket 7 is a par 3, 370 feet. Basket B.
Off it. Oh, I'm so on it the whole way.
Once again, these par 3s are nasty.
The overhand.
It's 370 feet downhill through that tight gap, and you have to hit it perfect.
Steve takes something off of it and looked like it was going right at it to hit the tree. Kick left. Big jump approach with a little skip. Mike puts it right there. Nice grabs a nice par. Solid hole, pars around. Moving on to basket 8. It's a par 5, 605 feet. Basket B.
There's a lot of elevation change here. It's very tight off the tee pad.
Wow, nice, smooth shot down the middle.
And that's just about where you want to throw it to.
Plenty of things you can hit along the way, Jimmy. Well, Matt set me up.
Well, the situation is here, if you're going for the easy birdie or you want to really try to crush this like that and possibly bring in the eagle shot. Most of the locals have learned to get the birdie off of this. The hole finishes off back to the right, and that's why it's so difficult.
Caught the tree and kicked left.
It's just sort of funny for me to see Mike. Mike went out and played these, like, when we first put him in, like, over and over again, looking to get eagles, and it was like, Mike, just throw the putt on the second shot, throw the putter again, and get the birdie. And that's really how you see most of the pros that have played here enough. There's places to take your risk and there's places not to.
That right up against the tree. Let's see if Andrew can the birdie on this one. Big jump putt. Birdie from Moser just curls it in. He's got the trot going and everything. Couple of birdies from the old veterans.
Those guys, I'm telling you now, you have to think about that hole and go, you've got to birdie it. And for Matt to bogey it, it's going to be bothering him.
We're on to basket 9, par 4, 555 feet, basket B. That must be the local route because he got through quite a way on that one, Jimmy. Thought we'd see early tree on that. Steve gets a good kick. Nicely done. This isn't the hole you took the 2 trees out on, is it? I don't see this one as the other one. All right, Matt Dollar with a big throw, catches an early tree and kicks right. High overhand.
I just want to tell you, you can drive a truck down each and every one of these fairways. Done it.
Good pull there. Kind of mesmerized by that just smooth,
that
natural-looking throw. Steve curls it around.
Yeah, Dollar just made a huge upshot there.
Steve gunning at it. Birdie chance. Oh, just caught the top of the rim. Nice finish by Andrew. A little tricky there, but he pours it in. Birdie by Andrew. We have a tie here at the top. But look at Mike and Steve, not too far behind Jimmy.
Now they've made up 2 strokes.
We're on to basket 10. It's a par 5, 675 feet, basket B.
It's another real scoring hole. You just get off this tee pad clean, and you've got a birdie just waiting to happen.
That looked clean to me.
Well, you can take this easy, just make the first either shot, or you can really go for this. Now see, Mike's really going for it. You can also throw a flick shot or a lefty anhyzer and really go down here.
Steve catches an early tree. That with a high cut shot.
Thanks.
Oh, that really was. Because he played
If he missed that, he played it.
He played the first shot safe to set him, and he just wasn't quite on the fairway, and it cost him.
Mike off the fairway.
He was off the fairway, but where he's at, he's already navigated the first 2 trees of the obstacle of the safe shot. So, see, it's easy to get to where he was at from there.
Thank you.
Tough break, Andrew, off the front of the rim. Out with a nice putt there.
See, this is another one of those holes, man. You bogey, it's going to come back to
Well,
haunt
you've got
you.
a bogey for Andrew, but Mike birdies, and he keeps on staying close to the leaders. Folks, we're on to basket 11, par 4, 630 feet, basket B.
Thank you.
Anything long and not dramatically off the fairway is perfect. It does open up a little bit more if you're only slightly left than it does slightly right. Now that might be a little bit too much left. But that straight's pretty good. So nice.
Navigates through all the trees, puts it right up there.
Yeah, Steve was a little bit too far left.
Steve's got to get through some stuff there.
This should be an easy par, though.
That's a really
Mike with the birdie shot.
straight up. Thank you. Attaboy.
Andrew with the jump putt. Wow, tough break there. Didn't look like he needed the jump on that one, Jimmy.
Yeah,
I think he changed it up. Steve drills it.
Great three from where you were. That's crazy.
There we go. Moser did have the birdie, I'm sorry. And Steve as well. Look at that. Mike is 2 strokes off the lead. Folks, basket 12, par 4, 520 feet, basket A.
Okay, now you can ask me if I took out a tree.
Early
It's
tree.
easily the tightest hole in the course.
Steve hits tree as well.
Steve doesn't look comfortable on the tee pad. I've noticed that this whole round. I don't know if it's, you know, what exactly the situation is, but he just doesn't.
Doesn't look too smooth off
Yes, it's not smooth at all.
there. I'll say it again. They're smooth. Rifles that roller.
That's incredible, Steve.
A good skip there.
This is a fast green. This is probably the fastest green on the course.
Get off. Get off. Stay off.
Outside of 17, this is the biggest change of scores. You can get anywhere between
Steve.
6, 6, 7, and threes.
Steve on his knee with the forehand. Mike's birdie attempt. Pin high to the right. Just missed. Kicks it out, makes a kick to the basket. Steve's in the woods.
Oh my God.
Solid par.
That's awesome being in that much. That's like 3 or 4 times now. He's saved things like being in trouble off the tee pad.
Well, it's done him well. He's only 2 strokes off the lead, tied in second. Can Matt hold on? Folks, we're going to take a quick break. This is getting pretty exciting, so please stay with us. We'll be right back. Welcome back, folks. We're on basket 13. It's a par 3, 360 feet, basket A.
Simple little hyzer shot. Just let the disc fall down the hill.
No. Quicker. Oh, dang.
Talk to me, baby. Good pull my mat down the middle. Some wood.
Ooh. Oh, that was perfect.
Andrew hits a branch, but it straightens him out and he
Yeah, I
curls all the
think
way
you
down.
parked off of that. See, he just doesn't look comfortable.
Yeah, I could see that, Jimmy. Looks like he made a good correction there.
Go in.
Oh, it looks like Steve Rico might have got the ace.
Yes, he did.
Good chains.
Wow, that's a good correction he made. Holding one by Steve Rico there. They're all looking at it.
That's in the basket.
Okay, well, this will definitely tighten things up.
Yeah, there it is sitting in the basket, folks. You saw Steve Rico on Disc Golf Monthly. Ace, hole 13 here at the Delaware Disc Golf Challenge. What a shot. Big jump putt. Curls away.
So with that ace, I think everyone's within 3 strokes.
Pretty exciting. Mike puts the putt in. You gotta love the correction he made on the tee pad,
Wow.
Jimmy.
Yeah, you don't. That doesn't normally work out.
There you go.
And Andrew with
ace.
a birdie and doesn't
Look,
even get any love.
1 stroke apart, 213 to 216 by our 4 players. Folks, it's great. Basket 14, par 3, 370 feet, basket A. This is going to be a great finish. Who's going to do it? The ace man right here, Steve Rico.
This is just a straight 370-foot shot.
Big tree kick left.
This is the hole last year that Nico took a 2 and a 6 on. I mean, an ace and a 6. I'm sorry, he took an ace and a 6.
That's right. He aced this hole last year. Ooh, that's a nice looking shot there. Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
Oh, Matt is not happy with that.
He's letting some of this slip away himself. I mean, I know that these other guys are playing well, but Matt's not finishing this round. That was a nice out. Matt got lucky to get down as far as he did.
All right, he'll be there for the par.
This is for Stevie's save.
Oh, tough break after the ace. Card the bogey. Mike for birdie. Ooh, a little high, almost out the backside, but it drops in. You gotta love when it's going your way, Jimmy.
Okay, so for Andy's back-to-back birdies.
Nicely done.
Felt like he needed those two. He missed those couple putts back on 10 and 11.
Par. Well, you got Andrew and Matt tied with Mike one stroke back. Steve with the bogey. Folks, we're on to basket 15. It's a par 4, 480 feet, basket B.
You take the right side, you want to end up between the, either way you take, you want to end up between the two paths. Righty hyzer.
Whoa.
Not there.
Thank you.
That's going to be sitting in a nice spot.
Oh yeah, keep rolling.
A little frustration for Matt.
Stevie should have a nice upshot in there. This could be really interesting right now because I know where everyone's at. Nice shot.
Perfect.
Nice shot.
And Moser with the smooth AVR.
Right there. Birdie try here for Steve Rico. There we go. Got that bogey back. Two birdies. Look at this. Three-way tie at the top, folks.
And Stevie's only 3 strokes
Couldn't get any
off.
more dramas. We move on to basket 16. Par 4, 615 feet, basket B. Let me remind everybody, Moser was 6 strokes back at this round here, Jimmy. He's tied at the top.
Oh god, that's stuck in my hand.
Okay.
Should have done that at a different point.
Nice pull by Stevie. Custom late wood, but he's up there. You just want to get as far as you can, straight as you can. You might want to be a little right. A little right's better than left.
Matt's in a fight here, folks.
Mike's just trying to get up the fairway now. Andrew got a bum lie.
Jimmy, it might come down to what 2 trees we cut down. It's so close here.
Actually, there were a few trees down on this hole.
Steve with a lot of juice on that one.
He's going to have a putt, I think.
Matt going up high with that overhand. Good skip. Ooh.
If Moser pulls off the save here, now I'm really be impressed.
Well, you've played
He
many
hit
rounds.
2 early trees.
You've played many rounds with Mike Moser. You know him well, Jimmy. What's going through his head at this point?
I got to think that in the beginning, Matt or Mike was worried about the $700 for 3rd place. And now? Now he's feeling it. I'm telling you.
We've seen this run before, Jimmy.
The little hopsing around.
We've seen it happen before.
Yeah.
He's quite a competitor. Oh, Matt with the top band.
He needed that. He could have pulled back in front. Yeah, see, he could have taken the lead back from Mike. Now they're all
Steve with a tough chain out. Wow, look at that. Tied at the top.
You would not expect, I'm telling you, you would not expect Mike to get the par, those other two, the bogey off those drops.
On to basket 17, a par 5, 860 feet, basket B.
All right, this is the game changer of a hole.
Tell us about this hole, Jimmy. It's a beautiful hole.
It's first you have to hit the tee pad, the tee shot. The tee shot has to be in the middle of the fairway. And it has to be in the middle of the fairway down at least 300 feet, or you're not going to get any chance at a birdie. It's the hardest hole on the course, not just by score, but even according to par. It actually plays close to par 6.
This hole just keeps going and
you just see
going.
One guy is down the fairway, and you can get a snowman on this hole so quickly.
You can just hit tree after tree on each shot.
Great shot, now. Thanks.
I'm telling you, if you can find the fairway, the whole place is so awesome. And if you miss it, it is so bad.
Well, we're seeing what's happened on the misses, and it can get ugly.
Oh, did I mention there's rocks in the fairway? And trees.
Folks, we see the basket up on that hill. There's some stairs heading up there, courtesy of Adam Harris.
Whoa.
This hole will drain you right in and of itself, Jimmy.
Like I said, if you're on the fairway and you can pull the 4 off this, it is just a beautiful thing.
Here's Mike's third shot.
With a flick roller. You will not see that from Mike Moser very often.
Keep going.
Look at that. Right down at the base.
And this is all you're looking for. You're looking at a chance to throw it in for a 4 and just...
And if you miss, pick up the 5. And here's Andrew trying to par.
And I'm going to tell you something. Back on 16, we asked me what Mike was thinking. Mike was thinking about this hole. Mike plays this hole probably better than anyone I've ever seen.
Tough break. Steve rolls away.
And when this hole wants to bite you, it really starts biting you.
Well, if Andrew could pick this up, it'd be a great bogey save. Par for Matt. Jump putt. If Moser makes this putt right here, he could take the lead, Jimmy. Oh my goodness! Bam!
Was there a doubt?
Oh my God! He just, you know, we've seen this surreal run that he makes. He just starts hitting stuff, and everybody else is dead in the water.
That's a 2-stroke lead.
Folks, a bogey, 2 double bogeys, and you see Mike with the birdie, a 2-stroke lead, and he was 6 down. Folks, we're on to basket 18, par 4, 630 feet, basket B. I'm excited, Jimmy.
Okay, this is another. This is the toughest 3-stroke hole you're going to find to finish, and this is no gimme.
A little more. Get off that tree. That's fine. Oh, that's a good kick.
Yeah, he just put himself in a possibility of getting a birdie on this. That may have ended it right there. See, now Matt's got to just
360
go
spins
for
it right
everything.
into the tree.
Yeah.
Tough break. Steve catches.
See, all the other
as
guys
well.
are frustrated now. This is what you're waiting for. You're waiting for these guys to get frustrated, and now he's just going to make it easy.
See what Steve can craft out of there.
He's playing hard. I mean, but
Andrew checks up before he throws.
Steve was from California. I'm not sure he was really prepared for this.
Matt trying to craft something there.
Matt just loves throwing those shots, man.
All right, Mike with a birdie shot.
See,
right
Mike,
there.
I'll tell you now, Mike's looking for that to go in all of a sudden.
Mm-hmm.
He knows it's one. He's just like, let's just have fun at it.
Matt for the par.
And Matt,
Tough break there.
Yeah, he's just done.
There's not much room to spread between those two rocks.
He's just got to putt it. Like that.
Beautiful.
Decide it. Putt it. That was a nice par.
Folks, look at that. Look at that par. And Mike Moser was 6 strokes down. Ends up winning by 3 strokes. What an event, folks. You got to see some great disc golf here by a legend in the sport. Mike Moser, the Delaware Deucer, is the 2014 Delaware Disc Golf Challenge winner. Look at that, folks. 3-stroke lead. We got to see some great golf. Folks,
Absolutely.
We're going to take a quick break and then we'll wrap it all up. Please stay with us. Wow, Jimmy, what a phenomenal performance. Mike Moser down by 6 strokes. And not only does he win, but he wins by 3. We're talking a 9-stroke swing from the leader. That's incredible. At Iron Hill?
Yeah, that Mike, I keep saying you have to get off the tee pad here. Mike didn't even really necessarily have the best drive more than twice that whole round. He made some miraculous like saves. Like the one off of 2 and 16 were insane to pull out pars there. 9 pars, 9 birdies, and I'm telling you, like I said, I don't think he had the best drive more than 2 or 3 times.
I'd be happy with that on the shortest course I play. Here he is playing Iron Hill, tearing it up with 9 birdies. The other players, they pretty much played where they were. The max of 3 birdies by 2 of them, some bogeys and double bogeys, but Mike, flawless.
Yeah, well, the putting, the approach shots and the saves. I'm almost speechless. I gotta hand it to him. I've seen some big drives. Like I said, from Tyler and from Ricky and even Nico last year, where they were making those big huge shots. Mike really didn't do that. Mike just went steady and made up for it here and there, and it just made all around like you almost feel like you could go out and do what he did, and there were no mistakes. Awesome.
Well, we all dream as disc golfers to have that type of comeback and that type of win. And folks, you got to see it here on Disc Golf Monthly. Quite a performance by Mike Moser. Congratulations, the 2014 Delaware Disc Golf Champion. Jimmy, we've talked about what a tournament director has to do to raise funds and really put a good tournament together. We've got a clip here of what you had to do to raise some funds for this course, and it just shows the love you have for this sport and what you did. Folks, we're going to sign off here, but we're going to leave you after this and let you watch this video. I'm Carl Cubbage with the legend from Delaware, Jimmy McIlvaine. For Disc Golf Monthly, the show that takes you one step closer to the sport of disc golf. Enjoy the videos.